Hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing great, having a good Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. Very last minute today. So for those of you who don't know, oops, I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I always forget to do that. My friend Jessica is the one who helps me sort hardware and pack packages and all that kind of good stuff. And she is here today out there shipping orders. I was supposed to help her. Today, but her niece Tori is having a birthday tomorrow. And she really wanted to gift her one of my bags, but the only one that they think she'll like is the AnnaBelle. So I told her if she's fine filling orders and working out there, I would hop on and sew up her niece this AnnaBelle bag. So Jessica and her daughters picked out the materials for it. It's a classic. It's the one that my daughter likes. It's for a 15-year-old girl. I think this is the, this is the style, guys. And I had just enough left. This is Love Lola's vinyl. I don't know if she has more in stock yet or not. This is my last roll of the white. I had just enough to do this bag. So we are going to make her an AnnaBelle using the classic materials. And yeah, we're just going to sew it up while Jessica's out there working. So I know I've sewn a lot of these up on lives, but I could do it without a video and that would be fine. But I have asked people's opinions and they have said they would like me to get on when I sew these up. So here we are. I'm going to add a slip pocket on the back of it. And it's going to have that chain strap with the middle section. And I think that's it. I think that's all the different variations that I'm doing with this. Teenage girls are tough to sew for. Yes, they are. And I get it. So we are going to get her done and send Jessica home. Sorry, my nose is just a little bit uncooperative today again. So we are going to send Jessica home with a birthday present for her niece Tori, and hopefully she loves it. Okay, so I'm just gonna put you in, and I've got two cameras. I've got camera 1 and camera 2. We'll see. We'll have some fun with it, and then I'll probably finish up. The bag on my cylinder arm because I like to top stitch on the cylinder arm for this. And let me know if you guys have any questions while we go. Keep me company. It helps when you guys are here helping me sew. And yeah, that's it. All right. Should we do this? All right. I cut this out in record time because I have the templates. Those templates are life-changing. Like seriously, it took me less than an hour to cut and interface this bag. I mean, I know it pretty well, but still, I think that's pretty dang good. Less than an hour to cut and interface a bag. I mean, you can't really beat that, right? So anyways, all right. I spilt my coffee this morning in the kitchen while I was getting the kids off to school. So I treated myself to a Starbucks. Chocolate cream cold brew, if anybody's wondering, is one of the best drinks out there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move you guys in and down. Here we are. Let's do this. Hi, Brenda. I did have a great vacation. My birthday was okay. I was sick for my birthday. Today is probably the first day where I'm feeling somewhat normal. I still have head cold stuff, but it's not as bad as it has been the last few days. So that's an improvement, right? All right. So I am going to start with my straps here. So this is going to be the middle part of my chain. And what I mean by that is I'm doing these chain extenders. They're fully in stock on my website right now because you guys have been buying the crap out of these, which is amazing. So I have been making sure to have extra in stock. We're doing gold hardware. And thank you guys. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Rob. All right. Donna Lynn, Linda, Wendy, Valerie. Hi, everybody. All right, so these are my chains. They are about 8 inches long. And so my middle part, I did this on my last video too. I cut this 18 this time, 18 inches long. It's going to be folded over like that in the middle. So it's about enough to go over her shoulder right there, and then the chains. All right. So that's what we're going to do. So I have those chains, and then I need 2 D-rings to go with that. So let's just make this first. All right, here we go. You know, I took Sudafed this morning, so it's my fault my nose is running. Okay, here we go. So I have my middle marks. This is 1.5 inches wide by 18 is what I'm trying this time. Last time it was 20, but I figured this is for a younger girl, 15-year-old, so she doesn't need it as long, so we took a couple inches off. All right, so I'm just going to fold my edges to the center. And then we'll slip on the D-rings and connect this so it's all one piece. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's do it. I have been printing out other patterns and getting other ideas for videos. Don't worry. I have decided, so I went on my computer and kind of got into my patterns file and kind of digging around from 4 or 5 years ago of what patterns I have that I bought that I either did a video on forever ago or I never did a video on. And I mean, the list is pretty long. There's, I've got a lot of patterns in there, you guys. It's kind of ridiculous. So I am going to revisit some oldies. And then I just cut out the pieces for the new Sincerely Jen pattern, the Regina Phalange. So yeah, I do have new stuff in the works, don't worry. All right, so I'm sewing these two together to make a big loop. What are you doing? Come on. Uh-oh, my bobbin. I just put in a new bobbin. It's giving me fits. Let me redo it real quick. Yeah, look at that. Are you no longer carrying WPC? No. Chris, I am not going to get into carrying actual waterproof canvas or vinyl or anything. It's a whole other monster, and my basement can't handle it, so no. All I have left is the lime green, and it's discounted. Sorry about that. I would recommend Annette's materials if you're looking for good materials to use for bag making. Tulip Bee has awesome stuff. All right, so there's that, and then I'm going to fold that flat. And I'm going to put another little piece of tape to tape that down. Yeah, sorry, Chris. It was too much for my little business to carry. I had to let go of the dream of carrying, you know, waterproof canvas and vinyl. It's just not in the cards for me right now. I just don't have the space for it. And there's so many awesome suppliers out there who do carry it, so. All right, so I'm just folding that in to the center, and now I have a loop. So I'm going to fold that over on itself. And I like to put the little seam down by one of the D-rings down here. Just like that. So that's going to be my center shoulder piece. I'm going to put a piece of tape between these. Hello. I made my first AnnaBelle, but it did not come out great. But the materials I used were not the right materials. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Try again. You know, I feel like the first bag you make of a pattern is like the first pancake, right? It never turns out perfectly. Your first pancake. All right, here we go. Hi, Leslie. I am using Koala Gray with this bag. I wasn't sure what color of thread to use. I think it'll go good though. I think I'll like the Koala Gray. It's like lighter than Storm Cloud, but not as light as Silver Bullet. It's a nice in-between color. Make sure my tension looks okay. Hi, Mimsy. That one's so over that vinyl. There we go. Yay! Leslie's gonna be doing an AnnaBelle too. So awesome. All right. So that's my middle piece. So what you do is you just clip it on here and clip it on here. And that'll be my little shoulder strap on the bag. Isn't that pretty? It just turns out so cute. All right. Put that aside. I'm going to kind of work in pieces here. I'm going to work on my middle gusset piece next. Hi, Karina. All right, so I have Decaville Light on the ends. You definitely want to have some extra interfacing because this is where the whole weight of your bag is going to be held, right? So definitely have something on it. This is Tulip Bee's Faux Real Black that I am using. Hi, Kathy. I know it. Me too. Hi, Jasmine. Jasmine, Susan, and I were doing swag dash stuff this morning, and we saw your name, and we're so excited. We're like, Jasmine's coming. Yay. All right, there, and then let's put a piece of all right, so I'm going to measure down 3 inches on the back here. That's going to be like my fold, where my fold goes to for my D-ring. Okay, and then here too. And then I'll put a piece of tape on the ends. I'm working on my 12th AnnaBelle. Charlene, that's awesome. That That makes me happy. I'm so glad to hear that. And I'm sorry at the same time. Oh. All right, so I'm going to take this. How do you keep your area so clean? Debbie, it's not very clean right now. Just the part that you're looking at is clean. It's kind of messy at the moment, actually. All right. So I'm folding it down to that line there. Right there. And then I'm going to stick a piece of tape down the back. I've got my finicky tape that likes to tear and break, so I have to be gentle with it. I'm determined to use this defective roll. All right. All right, there we go. Beautiful. All right, I need to mark my center, which is at 10.5 right here. Make sure that's correct. Ooh, perfect. All right. I now need to mark my center of this. I'm making bags because of you and Jess. Well, Debbie, you're welcome. Welcome to the addiction. It's a fun addiction. Doesn't hurt anybody but our bank accounts, right? Hi, Terry. So, Terry. All right, there. My sister loves her birthday gift, AnnaBelle. She's very glad you wrote that pattern. I'm so glad, Charlene. I'm just trying to find my center now along this so I can place my connector. Yeah. 2 1/4 right there. My first Kuhl Sews Charlie sling. Haven't heard of that one. I found an oldie pattern from Blue Kassiah that I have in my stash. And it's called, oh gosh, what was it called, Brittany? Was it the Daffodil? The Daffodil Tote. And I think I'm going to do a video on it. It's an old pattern, like 4 or 5 years old. I don't think I've ever sewed one up. So I thought, well, let's do it. Let's see how many bags I can make without buying a new pattern. Probably a lot. All right, so I'm just going to center this here. The Daffodil Tote. It's super cute. It comes in 2 sizes. And I don't know why I never did a video on it. I bought the pattern. Probably got distracted like I do with new patterns. So I think I'm going to cut and sew that one out. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Other side. I didn't check to see if I have gold rivets. I may need to go grab some. It's a great pattern. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm excited to sew it. Just bought your Susu pattern. Oh, yay. I was going to do the Susu up again too, because we're making that the swag dash and I need a refresher. So that's on my list of bags to sew up. All right, here we go. I am probably going to go straight, no back stitch, and pull this through because I want it to be nice and clean along the base of the bag. All right, here we go. Misty, I know it. I'm trying to fight this cold like no other. Trust me, I have been stopping work like at 4 or 5 and just laying on the couch, getting rest. Like I've been trying to let myself heal. So hopefully it doesn't last much longer. Especially because I have to travel in another week and a half. It needs to be gone by then. And then I'm going to get one of those immunity booster shots or whatever those are called. I think I'm going to go do that. Because my immune system just hates me lately. It's left the building. I'm the only one who came home from the cruise sick. So that's awesome. But I'm glad I didn't give it to anybody else too. All right, almost there. So I'm going to line up my stitching and end right where I began, and I'll pull it through. So I usually stop 1 or 2 ahead here, and then I kind of move it as the needle's at, so it goes down in the exact spot that I need it to. Oh, Jamie, that's too bad. Yeah, I've had that issue too. Leslie, my friend Leslie, suggested today. I was asking for old bags they would like to see again, you know, and she suggested for if I ever hit 50K subscribers that I should redo my first video, which I thought that was a great idea. I think I'll do that. It's the, I think my first one's the Trailblazer from Bagstock, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and we'll try and hit 50K and redo the Trailblazer. Okay. Looks gorge. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple rivets in real quick. Where's my... Oh, I hung it up. All right. My hole punch. So I'm going to put a little rivet right here. I know. I can't believe Trailblazer was my first video I attempted. That's kind of funny. It was the one I was struggling with, and the reason why I made a video was because there was no video on it. And so I was determined, well, there are videos on it, but they didn't like follow the instructions. They kind of jumped around, and I wanted one that somebody could follow from beginning to end, which is why I started doing this. Which is why I don't really jump around much in my videos. I follow the patterns because I want people to be able to be successful in making the bag. So, yeah. Anyways, Trailblazer was my first, which is insane. Hi, Becky. All right, there's my little rivets. I'm just gonna turn around and press those real quick off camera. All right, look at that gusset. Ain't she pretty? I like, I'm happy with the contrasting thread. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but I think the contrasting thread looks really good on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my zipper panel and get that out of the way because I do need that done to put together the main panel. So we're gonna do the zipper panel next. All right, I think I usually do it about 11 inches long, maybe a little bit longer because I have to do the turn. Okay, here we go. So obviously, as always, you could always do the, where you turn it at that 90-degree pinch and turn and use your lighter. I never have success with that, so I like to baste mine. Totally up to you. All right, so I measured a 1/2 inch down evenly on both sides. I'm pinching and turning, just like that. Okay. And then I like to put a little pen along the edge, a little straight pen, just like that. Pinch. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? My brain's not working. Pinch and turn. There we go. Oh, Muriel, thank you. 5 years later and going strong. Your videos have been amazing. I appreciate that. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to baste that. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. I've been doing this for over 5 years now. I love, my kids have so much fun with telling people their mom is a YouTuber. It's always a funny topic of conversation. And when people ask what I do for a living, it's a funny topic of conversation too. Kind of crazy. Aw, Molly, thank you. You're sweet. I'm happy to hear that. Jamie, I'm a visual learner. I have discovered that I have a hard time with verbal directions, probably due to my ADHD. I like to watch your videos and follow along with the pattern, making notes. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure I've got ADHD as well, which is why I need videos. I get that. All right, so I'm not going to put the zipper pull on. I just separate it. I know, crazy. Call me crazy. We're just separating it. All right. So I have my zipper panels all prepped and ready to go. I have the raw edges folded. And then I have one strip of double-sided tape along the right side of each piece, okay, on one side. So we're going to take this. And I like to place this right where our fold ends. On the back is where I start my tape. Right sides together. And I recommend doing the tape and not basting because as you'll see when we're finishing this zipper panel together, we have to be able to pull that tape out and trim this seam allowance in there. So you really don't want to baste this. You want to just use tape. Char is in your screen grab for the beachcomber pouch from 4 years ago. Wow, she's grown so much. I know. Charlotte has grown a ton since I started. I mean, she's a middle schooler now. She's almost done with her first year of middle school. And my little dude, Marcus, is going to be starting his first year of high school. It's insane. Kids grow way too fast. I used to roll my eyes when somebody told me that, like, enjoy it. They grow up so fast. And I was like, okay, whatever. As I had six little babies, it's just, and guess what? They were right. It goes way too fast. Oops. I'm taking off the whole piece of tape there. Don't want that. And Char is taller than all of us. Charlotte, that girl, she towers over everybody. It's insane. Oh, man. Yep. She might be my tallest kid when it's all said and done, honestly. We shall see. All right. I need to change my foot real quick. I'm going to do a 3/8 seam allowance. So I do need to change it. Hey, Jess. Jessica. See if she hears me. No, I'm going to tell her to order us lunch. All right, here we go. So you want to get close to that zipper. It'll help with the overall way the zipper lays when the bag is done. So don't skip this part. You want that closer seam allowance. Char, hi Natalie. Char would be great hanging out with my boy. He's 6'1" and he's only 16. Yep. Yeah, Charlotte's 12 and I'm pretty sure she's 5'8". 5'8". I am 5'4", maybe 5'5". I think I'm shrinking. And Charlotte is 5'8". It's crazy. And she wears a size 11 in shoes. Do you guys have any idea how hard it is to find size 11 women's shoes? You have to purchase them online. No stores carry them. It's all special order. I just thought about that for her softball cleats. Shoot. We're going to have to order them online. Yeah. Crazy. My boys are 38 and 34. Oh, I know, right? Yep, it's crazy. I made my first AnnaBelle after 2 months of market prep. I posted it on my IG stories while you were cruising. I'll post it again this weekend. Oh, Stacy, I'd love to see it. My 16-year-old son is going to be size 15. Oh, my goodness. Oh my gosh, I'm in the same boat shoe. Yeah, I mean, once we hit like 10 and then went to 10 and a half, they're like, yeah, we don't carry larger than 10 in the stores. And I'm like, what? Why? That's crazy. Super frustrating. Hi, Nellie from France. Welcome. I told, well, my kids are so old that I tell them that they are older than me now. That's funny. So I just had a birthday this week, and I used to say I was 29 on all my birthdays, and now I'm saying I'm 35. I'm like, I got to up it a little bit to make it a little bit more believable. My kids, they're funny. Like, we don't know your actual age. And I'm all, yeah, there's a reason for that. Okay. Oh, let me mention this real quick. So these clips that I got from my dear friend Linda, they're from Jax and Lowe. I'm trying to show you. Jax and Lowe. This bowl is magnetic and it's collapsible, right? And these clips are these metal clips that are amazing. And the lady who sells these clips from Jax and Lowe, she said that the reason she designed these is because of something I said on a live. I said I had like 3 or 4 plastic clips break on me in one video, right? And I said, if anybody could please invent a metal clip like this that doesn't break, I would love you forever. And guess what? She designed these clips because I said that. So she has a 10% off code for me to offer. It's, I'm pretty sure it's SiahSwag 10, all in caps with the number 10. So SiahSwag in caps with the number 10. And you can go to her website, Jackson Lowe, and get 10% off your purchase. And they come in all pretty colors. She's sending me some rose gold pink ones. I'm really excited to get those. So go check that out. I totally love these clips. They're amazing. My grandson is in a men's size 2 shoe. I asked him, are you sure it's only a 2? And he says, yeah, but not kid size. I'm a man now. That's cute. Oh, that's cute. Hi, Nellie. It's such a pleasure to see you making a bag. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. This bowl right here, totally worth your money. It's kind of amazing because you can drop, these clips can drop on the floor, and look, only 1 fell out. Look at that, 2 fell out. You know how many times I have dropped my clip bowl on the floor and my clips went flying? The bowl's totally worth it. And it's collapsible so you can take it places. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm sitting here going off about clips and I forgot to take this out and do pinking shears. All right, we got to trim down our seam real quick. Linda, did you order them from her company? I would shoot her an email. I know she's been super busy with orders lately because of me. My fault. Would definitely send her an inquiry if that's the case. I just got distracted. Bowls are sold out. Oh no. Well, when they come back in stock, I'll let y'all know. Totally worth it. Ooh, my tape's on there good, guys. Yeah, is there a thing on there where you can ask to be notified, Brittany or Annette? You know, I think a lot of people haven't restocked things lately because of just the unsurety of everything currently. So I would be patient with all of that. The unknown, right? Probably would have been easier before I had folded it and squished it all together. Oh, I got distracted. Come on. Dang. I may just have to trim it with the tape on it, on my vinyl. It's scary suppliers right now. Zero clarity, yeah. Yep. I'm fighting FedEx currently for 5 boxes of hardware, so it's not a walk in the park right now. All right. Here we go. Let's do this. I could not get the tape off of this one, but I'm just going to trim it. That'll be fine. You want this out of your seam, and you want to put notches in it somehow. I use pinking shears. It'll help it curve better in your bag when it's all put together. Discount code is invalid. Maybe I'm telling you the wrong discount code. I need Susan. I need her to read the email. I know there's a discount code. Let me double check it. Yeah, it might be a little bit different. I'll have to go look. I'll post it on the Facebook group, and I'll post it in the description on this after the video. I'll go look in the email and figure out what the discount code is. Siah 10. Oh, thank you, Karen. Try Siah 10. I think that's right. Karen, are you Jackson Lowe? I think that's you. Try Siah 10. I ordered stuff from Alibaba, and I received a message from them saying that it isn't going through customs. Yeah. Customs is a mess right now, you guys. It's a mess. I was supposed to get 19 boxes of hardware. Oh, no, just played around with the code. Okay. I'm like, I think her name's Linda or Karen. I need to double check what her name was. Thank you. So Siah 10 is the code. I had 19 boxes. We were trying to get it shipped before all this craziness, and we didn't quite make it. And I have had to fill out so many different forms to try and get these boxes to move. Like, it's been I've never had to deal with it like this before. And all of them have gone through except 5 of them. 5 boxes are just sitting there and they won't let them through. It's the craziest thing. Yes. All right. Now I'm going to top stitch. Sorry about that. I just got busy talking. The tree trimmer just texted and said they're on their way. Okay, bye, Charlene. Good luck with your tree trimmer. then I'm going to fold it in half and just clip my center real quick. Okay, let's do another one here. Brittany, for real. For real. I turn all the notifications on. I gotta get my hands on one of those bowls. Oh, good, Brittany. Seriously, I love, love this bowl. All right. There's my zipper panel. Sorry that took a little extra time because of my oopsie. All right, zip that or clip that center. Done. All right, next part. Put that aside. We got our gusset, we got our zipper panel. Let's work on, so I'm doing a back slip pocket on mine. So I got to piece together my slip pocket first because I'm going to add my accent pieces onto, I still like to use the plastic clips, guys, on things that don't need as securely held, like the zipper panel pieces. I kind of wanted those to stay. So I use the metal clips on stuff that I really need to stay put. They are harder to take off. Like they don't slide off as easily as you're going along. So I still like to use my plastic clips on stuff like this. All right. So I cut this. This is a slip pocket. I measured down 1 inch from the pattern piece. And I'm going to do a slip pocket on the back. I'm going to do a 3/8 inch seam allowance, and then I'm going to use some pinking shears along that curve. So this part is not in the pattern. It's something that I added after. I've seen the pocket made with a cut straight across on the back, and then I've seen it with the curve. And just trust me, the curve pocket looks way better than just a straight across pocket. It kind of, the straight across pocket kind of takes away from the whole look of the bag. With the curve, it kind of goes with it. You're heading in for massage? Jealous. Have fun, Natalie. Good for you. Good for you, girl. Okay, my lining is Smoothie Smooth from Tulip Bee. And it's, I think this one is called Ballet Slipper. And it is one of my favorite pinks, I think. All right, I'm going to top stitch this. And then I'll go ahead and just baste it all down as well. Annette or Brittany, I think we have a spammer with that weird phrase right there. Hi, Valerie. All right, so there's my slip pocket, and I need to put my little accent pieces on the slip pocket. All right. So I have them right here, and I kept them with the with the piece, so I knew which one was which here. I don't want to get confused. I got tape on the back. All right, here we go. That's my right. And this one's my left. All right, I'm gonna top stitch those on. Here we go. Oh, I did this from the wrong way. Whoops. I'm not used to going this way. That was silly. That's okay. Still works. All right, there's one. Ooh, baby, that's cute. All right, so here's my main panel piece. So I'm just going to center that up there. I want to make sure I've got my centers going. Just a minute. So it's nice and straight. All right, right here. Beautiful. See, doesn't that look good with the curve of the pocket? I really like that. And it's big enough to slide your phone in, which is always a plus. All right. So I'm just going to baste this onto the bag, and then we'll work on our front panel. All right. Awesome. All right, next side. Let's get this one. All right. So we got this is my left, right? Yep. So this is my left accent. Oh my gosh, I just turned it all around. Is that right? Yeah. And then my right. All right, let's do it. Linda, I just put a deposit down on Keymax because of you, and we'll be picking it up when I attend the Swag Dash. Yay! That's awesome, Linda. That's exciting. Keymax users unite. We'll be sewing with Thor's at the Swag Dash, but same type of machine. You guys will love them. All right, and then I just need to put my nameplate on this. All right, here we go. I have trouble getting these prongs out sometimes. There we go. Alrighty, let's make sure my measurement is on. Yep. Alright. Hi, Brenda. And then your next bag will need to be the Char. Right? I made Char a bag on the cruise and she loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was very cute. She carried it the entire time. All right, let's see. 1/2 of 1 1/4 is 5/8, right? 5/8 plus 5/8 is 1 1/4. I think so. Double check. Oh, thanks, Annette. She was a happy camper with her bag. Hi, Annette Harris. I did have a good trip. Thank you. Yep, it was fabulous. Take me back. All right. Let's do our little cuts. Ooh, very tiny. Okay, did we get it all the way through? Yeah. Taking off my silver marking pen. I don't want to leave that on before I don't want to leave that on my bag. So I do that before I put in my tag. I didn't get it through. There we go. it's like I don't want to make huge cuts because the prongs are really small on my nameplate. So I have to be careful. Just a minute, Marley. I hear you. Marley May wants in. Come on. Hey. Okay, let me let Marley in real quick. Come on. You want it? Hey, Jess.
Yeah.
If you want to order some lunch, you can.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, just give me something little. Just whatever. You know what I like. Okay. Hey, Marley. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, Karen, I get them from Alibaba. Hide and go seek with the prongs, yeah. Yup. They're a little smaller and harder, but they're totally worth it because I love the nameplate. I mean, come on. Totally worth it. All right, let me cover up. Cover up those prongs. Hi, sister. All right. Okay, I just need to add my zipper panel onto these front and back panels, and then we'll put the exterior together. So I want my zipper going that way. So I want this one on this side. So my 90-degree angle is on the left-hand side of the bag. I'm going to baste my zipper panel on here. And I'm going to put some clips into it. I did my piano practicing too. Wow, I've been working on Swag Dash stuff this morning, getting so excited. Yay! I'm getting excited and a little stressed. I'm going to have a full house this summer. You know, the older your kids get, it doesn't mean they're all going to go away. Sometimes they all come back. So, I'm going to have a full house this summer, but we're going to have fun. Swag Dash is going to be awesome. I'm excited for it too. I may have to step out and blow my nose real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay, important that you do those clips in here. Okay, trust me, all of these steps are going to make it so this lays nice. All right. Okay, I'm going to just baste this on. Hi, Dina. Dawn, I do love it. I don't do well with an empty house. You are correct. I am totally fine with having anybody and everybody at my house. I love it. All right, so that's the first side. Let's do the second side here. Did you get new clips? Did you get sick on your trip or is it allergies? I got new clips. Yes, these are from Jackson Lowe metal clips. Use the code SIAH10 in caps and you can get 10% off. And yeah, I came home sick from my cruise. So that's fabulous, right? I wish it was just allergies. That would be easy to deal with. Which I do normally have allergies, but this is not allergies. This is just my body hating me lately. My hair's falling out and I get sick all the time. So yeah. You'll come visit me, Dina? Perfect. All right. Yeah, Annette, I have. I normally don't get sick like this. I don't know what's going on with my body. It's all good. It's all good. Just one of those years, I guess. See, these are a little bit harder to slide off of your project, but it's because they're tighter and they hold your stuff in place better. So, you know. All right. Beautiful. I'm going to go outside real quick. I'll be right back. Please hold. All right. Better. Here we go. You didn't have a leak or anything that could have caused mold. Are you talking to me, Leslie? I don't think so. Yeah, I would think my kids would not be feeling great too if that was something like that. I just think my immune system decided not to be my friend this year. Honestly. All right, here we go. We're going to piece these together. Ooh, this is turning out pretty, guys. All right, here we go. So I will be using the metal clips for this. This will definitely help. Hold it nice and tight. They are small, Terry. They're not huge. I don't know if she's going to carry different sizes. You know. Yeah, I like them. I think they work amazing. All right, I'm going to put some clips right in there. Not too big. Baby clips. Right. Thank you, Chastity. It's a nice tight fit for a reason. So make sure you do those clips and kind of stretch that in. If it's not a tight fit, it won't turn out correctly. You'll get puckers and weird stuff, so you need it to be a tight fit. Okay. I mean, yeah, they're harder to get open because they're tighter. They're tighter clips. So, yeah, I'm sure. They are a little bit harder on your hands, but they hold your project in place better. Absolutely. When's the last time you had full blood work done? I know. I haven't had that done, Carol, in forever. On my list. On my list of things I need to do. I know that. All right. I'm going to go, let's do this angle and see, because we're kind of going this way. You might be able to see what I do better. Do they leave imprints like the clover clips? They're flat. They might leave little imprints if you leave them on for too long. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to do a 3/8 seam allowance here. Susan just needs to schedule it for you. Yeah, well, yeah. Honestly, I don't know what the cost of that will be either. I probably just need to do it. I don't have health insurance, so it's just one more thing. But yeah, I probably should do that. I talk about doing it. I just haven't done it. Oh, hi, Oakley. Hi. I got both doggies joining me today. Hi, baby. Careful. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. She's just gonna knock over a camera with her big feet. All right. Just go slow around those curves. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Looks good. Carol, thank you. Quest sends coupons. There's a place here called Any Labs now that does them too. Interesting. Yeah, I just need to research some stuff. Oakley, what are you doing, hon? She's like a little kid who doesn't know what to do with herself sometimes. Oh, hi, Rhonda. All right, so I am going to go around a second time next to my first row stitching. Yeah, my puppies did miss me in that very much. So I think they have been following me around 24/7 lately since I got back. All right, so that looks, oof, it looks good, guys. It looks good. So I'm going to go around again. I'm going to start about an inch down though, and then we'll go around. Jamie, we have some places here that have flat fees for lab work. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if we have that here. I'll have to do some research. All right. Thank you, Carol. Hi, Lily. All right. So that's my first part all done. I'm going to put on my second side here. There we go. And then we'll do the lining. Lining goes super quick, super easy. Exterior is the most time-consuming part. And then we'll probably go over to my cylinder arm to finish this up. It's the easiest. And why not, right? Why not make it easy? Is that a regular size or did you enlarge it? This is the regular size. I did not enlarge it. I know a lot of people have been enlarging it to like 110, 115. So you totally could do that. I like the size of the original personally, but I'm a little biased. All right, let's clip these corners. Hi, Rhonda. Oh, thank you. It's all good. So Susan and I have decided to do a sister sew next. Well, we haven't decided. We always do a sister sew once a month. And this month, I decided for us this morning that we are going to do the Necessary Clutch Wallet. So it's an oldie. It's an Emmeline Bags pattern. It is one of the reasons I bought an industrial machine. It's not really domestic machine friendly, but man, it's a cool wallet and your end result is awesome. And Susan has never sewn it. So it's called the NCW or Necessary Clutch Wallet. So go check that out. We're going to be sewing that up, I think, Wednesday morning, I think, is what we decided. So, yeah, we're going to do that one for next week. So I need to cut one out and practice this weekend. I know there's a couple of hacks. There's like, the hack I do is where you leave a hole, a big old long hole in the lining body piece to turn it through, which makes it a lot easier. And then there's another hack where you use canvas, raw waterproof canvas for the card slots. I don't love that because I don't really love raw edged waterproof canvas in my projects, but that is an option. So I'm going to figure out what exactly we're going to do, but it's a fun little sew. So if you've never done it, make sure you tune in to our little sister sew on Wednesday. And if sister sews aren't for you, then you don't need to worry about watching it. That's fine. But we have fun. I'm making a mini NCW for my AnnaBelle. Yeah, the mini one is super cute too. That would be a good wallet to go with this bag. Good idea. I made my daughter a little key fob wallet from Sonar with her bag that I gave her, and she uses it all the time. Hi, Jess. No, Jess on my live. She's all, yeah. Different Jess. Perks of being sick and a week early. Yep, you caught us. You must live in a different country if it's early. Because it is lunchtime here. Right? Yeah, 12 o'clock. Sister sews are for me. Susan is a great addition to the channel, right, Annette? I think so too. Love me some sister. I'm going to have to redo that little corner. My bag got caught. New Zealand, 6 a.m. Wow. Well, welcome. My internal clock wakes me up at 6 a.m. every morning, no matter what. It's super dumb. Actually, no, that looks okay. Ooh, right here, though. Right there does not look great. Let's redo this right here. All right, let's do our second round. And then we're going to move to the lining. And for those of you wondering, this second round of stitches, it really, in my opinion, really does make a difference with your stitches showing when you turn your bag right side out. Sometimes they can look like they're pulling, and you can see your stitches from the right side of the material. So when you do this second row of stitching, it kind of helps that not pull as much when you turn it out. It gives it a little extra security. So I would highly recommend not skipping this second round of stitching. I think I'm going to make AnnaBelle's for my kids' teachers for the end of the year gifts. Oh, that'd be awesome. Very cool. All right. Why do you use a screwdriver instead of a stiletto? For me, it just helps smooth out the material a little bit easier. My stiletto sometimes would poke it, and I didn't really love that. So I feel like I get a better result with the screwdriver. Okay, so that's all done. I know you can't really, it's adorable. Looks great. Okay, so I'm going to move to the lining. We're going fast. Halfway, more than halfway done. Let's do our slip pocket. Here we go. So I'm going to measure in 3/4 of an inch on the back side of my slip pocket. I'm going to put tape along it and fold it in. This is just my preferred way to do slip pockets. You could do it whatever way you want. Up to you. There's always more than one way to do something. All right, so I'm just folding that back. Oops, even. Did you use any interfacing on front and back pieces of exterior? Yeah, Carolyn, I use, so in the pattern, I recommend doing foam out of your seam allowances. So I use some some temporary adhesive spray, 505 spray, and I spray on my foam out of my seam allowances. And then I fuse a woven interfacing over the entire thing. So it kind of like tacks your foam in place. And then I baste it. So foam out of my seam allowances and then woven. And that for me, and then the gusset, I just do Decaville Light out of my seam allowances. That gives me the best look from what I have tried. So that's what I did on this bag. That's my most, like, I think that looks the best out of all the different combinations that I have tried for this bag. But you're welcome to do whatever combination you want, but that's my favorite. And I use just a non-fusible foam. I use Basel inner foam. It doesn't have any glue on it. It's just it's a really thin foam. And I love it. It's great for quilting. It's great for doing this. Like, it's my favorite foam. I'm pretty sure you can get it off of Amazon. You can probably get it on specialty sewing sites. I should look at sourcing that. That would be amazing. All right, so I'm doing my trim piece. Hey, Jessica out there. Do you want to put some kind of tag in this? Like a funny tag on the inside? Yeah. All right, come here real quick. No, not those. Look through that drawer and tell me if any of them are what you want. That one's cute. Yeah, that one's cute. Good choice. Did my Costco come? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. Here we go. She chose You're So Golden. Very cute. We're going to do that right there. Ooh, so cute. All right. I'm going to put some tape on it, though, so it stays where I want it. The foam is foam a must in this bag. Again, you're asking my opinion? Yeah, I think it needs foam. I think it makes the best shape. If you don't have foam, you could make it without foam, but I think foam is what makes this bag give it the cute shape that it has. So I know, Annette, that's what I was just thinking. You're so golden. I was thinking Harry Styles too. I was going to do the slip pocket like you did the exterior slip pocket. Yeah, you could do that. That would work too. Yeah. Go for it. I'm going to put it right over, I think. Make sure I didn't do it too far up. Perfect. Very, very cute. That is a cute tag. I sometimes forget the tags that I actually have. Adorbs. Isn't that cute? All right, let's trim my edges here. Oop. All right, I'm gonna top stitch this and then we'll add it to our lining piece. All right. Cute, cute, cute. All right, so we're going to put just a little line of tape here down at the bottom so it stays in place when we put it on our lining, because this poly, this bonded nylon material, the Smoothie Smooth, it's a little slippery. So I like to put a piece of tape there so when I put it on, it stays, because you can't really put pins in it. You can't really clip it, all that stuff. So, all right, let me do some clips and some markings on my lining. So I'm just clipping my centers real quick. Barbie is live making an AnnaBelle too. She is. We should have gone live together. That's funny. Aww. That's awesome. Guys, go give Barbie some love. We love us some Barbie. All right, so I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch up here. And then here's my center. All right. So the placement of this pocket is pretty important, that you don't go any lower or any higher. If you go any lower, it gets caught in your gusset. If you go any higher, it gets caught in the top. So make sure that you do it 3/4 of an inch up, okay? Just trust the process, right? All right, right there. Cute. All right, here we go. Hi from Sweden. Welcome. Well, you guys go over to Barbie's chat and tell her I say hi. All right. Cute. Gosh. All right. Let's put together. I'm like, all right, we leave a hole in this lining, right? Yes, we do. All right, so I'm going to leave the hole. I like to do the pocket piece all the way, and then I'll leave a hole on the other side of the lining to pull the bag through. You did. You told her hi for me. Thank you. I don't need those big scissors. All right, so we're going to start, when we sew this on, we're going to start at the normal seam allowance, the 3/8, and then we'll increase it a little bit so we don't have a saggy lining. Say no to saggy linings. All right. Some things we can't avoid sagging. Other things we can do something about it. All right. Dawn, that's funny. You're good. You definitely need some clips in this gusset, okay? Too bad YouTube doesn't give you an option to like join somebody else when they're live, right? Or else I would just hop over on her video. All right, here we go. You may get one or two love puckers when you're sewing this, but you may be good. Excuse me. I need a drink of water. All right. We must have both been feeling the AnnaBelle today, right? Okay, I'm going to sew this one all the way around, and then we'll add the other side. And with the lining, you don't need to do that second row of stitching. Just one is fine, because the lining doesn't get turned out and pushed like the exterior does. All right, so I'm starting at that 3/8, and then I'm going to increase it to a 1/2. All right, and then don't forget to go back to that 3/8 when you get back up close to the top. Cool beans. All right, let's add the second part. Actually, I'm gonna trim my seam allowance down just a little. We don't need it so big. Let's trim this down. You don't have to use pinking shears for this part, but they were right there, so I thought, why not? All right. Okay, second side. Did I do my centers? I did not. Let me put my centers real quick. We're almost in the home stretch. Is that in the pattern? Carol, which part? Is which part in the pattern? To increase your seam allowance? Yes. Pretty much everything I've done here is in the pattern except for that exterior back slip pocket. I have followed the pattern pretty dang closely. Yep. The chain extender that I did at the beginning for the shoulder strap, that is not in the pattern. So that and the slip pocket on the back. All right, so I'm just going to do some clips in here. Doop, 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 doop. On this side. When I switch over to my cylinder arm, it's going to take me a hot second because I just need to change out the thread. I don't have this koala gray on that machine, so I'll have to change out the thread real quick. All right, so I am only going to sew from the top down to about here and here because I need to leave a hole in the bottom, okay? You can mark out that hole if you want to, like you can take your ruler. It needs to be at least 6 inches wide, which is from here to here. So if you want to mark your pieces, you can totally do that. All right, here we go. So remember to start at that smaller seam allowance. And then we're going to increase. Barbie is testing out her new cameras. Oh, yay! I wonder if she got the same ones as me. She might have. Oh, Terry, yay! I'm sure it is being shipped today. I think we're going to be able to get them all out. Hopefully. I mean, I am sitting and sewing and not helping her fill orders, so I'll go help after I'm done. All right, what I do is just as I get around that curve right here, that's when I come out at that 90 degree. I like to do it that way because it gives it a little extra support too when you're turning your bag. Okay. All right, and then I'll start right here before the curve. And then go back to that smaller seam allowance up at the top. Ba-boom. All right. So now we're going to put the 2 layers together. I'm just going to trim just the sides right here down and the curve. I don't start trimming all the way at the top. You want this to stay bigger up at the top because you need to be able to lay that seam flat. So I won't be trimming it right at the top. All right, let's do it. She needs my help. She needs Susan's help. Susan's the best at figuring out the cameras. Susan is the one that taught me how to use the cameras. All right, so I want to first I'm going to clip my zippers back and out of the way so they don't get caught in any of my stitching, okay? That's kind of important. All right, so we're going to put our exterior into our lining. I like to put my slip pocket on the back of my bag. And here we go. Shove it in there. And it is going to take some squishing and maneuvering. I'm doing this wrong. Oh my gosh. Turn your exterior right side out. I'm like, that doesn't look right. It's a little harder to turn with the extra pocket on the back. Tell Barb to message Susan about the cameras. She's the guru. Ooh, she's looking cute. Yup. Oh my goodness. Isn't that cute? So pretty. All right. Yep. All right. Now we want to put it in. She's going to. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I want my slip pocket along the back. So I'm going to put it in like this. Now Susan's talking to her good. Oh, that's funny. Good, good, good. It's good to share our knowledge with everybody. Right. All right, so I'm going to lay my seams flat. You can tape them flat. I'm just going to lay them flat and clip them. All right, and then you're just gonna slowly match it all up. Come over here, do this side. Beautiful. Oh no. Hopefully Oakley doesn't like to chew these metal clips like she does with the plastic clips, right? All right. Does anyone have Mother's Day plans? I think I'm just going to lunch or dinner with my kiddos. Whatever they want to plan. I'm not planning it. I told Sebastian he has to do it. All right. Almost there. All right. Mark this center. Okay, all put together. I'm going to take it over to Mr. Beast over here. That's what I've decided to name him, Mr. Beast. My kids would be like, Mom, no, Mr. Beast is a YouTuber. It's not your machine, but I don't care. So there you go. Okay, here we go. I've got a hairdryer underneath me there. And I need to go get my stool that I use for this is out in the other room. So just a second. I need to go grab that. All right, put this there and this there. Okay. Hi, Allison. You have no idea what that means. Mr. Beast is like one of the most famous, richest YouTubers out there. And he donates a lot of his money. He's kind of cool. But my kids love him. So. And now my machine is now called Mr. Beast. Because I've decided. Yes, this can be done on a domestic machine. It can be done on any. It's pretty light. Materials are nice and light. You don't have much thickness. I'm just doing it on my cylinder arm because I have it and it's convenient. But yes, this can be done on a domestic or a regular industrial machine as well. What is Kassiah? Dawn, it's just a, oh, are they talking in the, are they talking in the other group about Kassiah? It's a retreat we're doing in Georgia. It's a really small retreat. Okay, I'll eat it. I'm almost done. You're awesome. What'd you get? Oh, yum. Perfect. Ah, you're the best. Thank you. I'm almost done with it. Woohoo! All right. Alrighty. Nope, didn't get it. Come on. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. I'm in the home stretch, that's right. Here we go. Move it down and up just a little bit. How's that? Good? All right, let's see. I want my stitch length just a little bit smaller for this and not too small. Here we go. So I need to remind myself, I think that's my 3/8 mark. Let me double check on with my ruler. I think that's where I need to go. Doot, yes. Here we go. I don't know why I always get a little bit nervous sewing on this machine. I shouldn't, but I do. I need a bucket for my clips. All right. Got my strings there. Here we go. What type of machine is that? Victoria, this is called a cylinder arm machine. And it's stronger. It's a stronger machine than my regular industrial in that it's got more power. It can go through more layers. And it's got this cylinder arm right here poking out. So it's a lot easier when I have small bag openings that I need to sew around. It's great for bag making. If you have the room and can afford a machine like this, if you're really getting into bag making, it's it's worth every penny. It's kind of awesome. I need to have Susan sew on it one of these times when she's at my house. Where did you get the table for your cylinder arm? It's from Recent Relics. She is on Etsy, and she sells all sorts of table extensions and things for your cylinder arms. I still feel nervous every time I put a quilt on the long arm for no reason, right? Yeah, I don't know why. Probably because it's a newer machine and I don't have as much experience with this one, so I get more nervous sewing on this machine, even though I do just fine. Like, I have no reason to be nervous, but yeah, anyways. You get it, Molly. So for those of you coming to the Swag Dash, we will have one cylinder arm there for you to try out, which is kind of fun. When you are done sewing, can you back up the camera so I can see the whole machine? Sure. Oh no, missed my bucket. Okay, I am going to do a second row around, just FYI. And I'm just going to keep with this. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to move it a little bit and do the second row. Sorry, my nose is running. All right, here we go. All right, so now I'm going to go right next to that and do the second row. All right. So we've got it all sewn on there. I'm going to do some clips along the top. We want to put some clips in that so it lays nice. All right. For Victoria, was it? You want to see my machine? There's my machine. It is the King Max GC 1341, which is the same as the Thor model and the Juki model. Like, they're all the same. They all have the same thing, just different name brands. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's really cool. I love it. All right, so let's do some clips in this. And then we're gonna turn and burn, baby. Okay, so it's pretty thick. So this area where the zipper panel is pretty thick. So I've had people ask me if they could do vinyl on both sides of the lining and exterior, and I highly recommend that you don't, because it gets really thick right here. And I just don't think it would lay nice. I think you would struggle with the layers. So, yeah. And, you know, if you're on a domestic machine and you think it's going to be too thick with vinyl at all, you could just do regular material. You don't have to do a vinyl. You could do a thinner material. Hi, doggies. Guys, you want to see something really cute? Let's see if I can get it. Do you see these guys? Do you see them? They're kissing. They're making out. Hey, are you guys making out? Why are you doing that? Do you love each other? I know. I know you do. Okay. Okay, let's turn it. Are your Birks pink? Yes, they are, Annette. I'm breaking them in for my Paris trip. They're my new ones. Aren't they cute? All right, here we go. Where is your hairdryer? It's right here on the floor. It wasn't that hard to turn though. All right. Hey, guys. I think we got a winner. Yay, winner, chicken dinner. Looks good. All right, so top stitch and close up that hole, and then we just have to put on the zipper and the zipper and cap when we're done. All right, so I'm just going to kind of work my seam out a little bit here. Maybe. Come on. Come on, baby. All right. Love the pink shoes. Thank you, Sherry. You know, Birkenstocks you have to kind of like break in. They don't feel totally comfortable at first, so I'm just trying to wear them around the house so I can get them comfy to walk around Paris in. All right, that feels pretty good. All right, we're gonna top stitch this sucker. Ooh, she looks so pretty. All right, let's do it. I just have a flatbed and top stitching is so hard. I know it. I know the pains of not having a cylinder arm. If you can afford it, I'm telling you, worth every penny. All right. Even if you can't afford it, worth every penny. All right. I'm going to start, I like to start along the back here. Right there. Let's do it. Oh, I need to lengthen just a touch, I think. About right there. So my foot sometimes, the teeth on the walking foot sometimes get caught on the vinyl. It's not wanting to walk over. So sometimes you just have to help it. Come on. It's giving me troubles. I should have raised the height on my foot. I'll do that on the next side. I forget that I have that feature on this machine sometimes. I'm going to raise. Oh, come on. My hands don't want to do it sometimes. It's not an easy wheel to turn. So now my foot is walking higher, and so it'll get over those bumps a little easier. How long did you do the vinyl piece for the chin connector? Total length was 18, Leslie, and then it's, folded in half and sewn. So I'll show you how big it is when we put this all together. 18 though, I think is what I did. My first one I did a 20 inch, and I think it was just a little too long. So I took off a couple inches. All right, that worked a lot better. It's fine. It's a little bit wonky right there, but not much I can do about that. And I don't think a 15-year-old will notice 2 stitches wonky. I think we'll be okay. All right. Oh, baby. So I'm going to close up. So we're going to go back to my other machine. I'm going to close up the hole. And we'll put on the zipper. Pad is almost dead. Hey, Jessica. Yep. Can you bring me the little screwdriver? Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's almost done. All right. I'm actually on the top stitching part of my AnnaBelle. I was excited to join this live. Should I turn my bag back inside out for the top stitch? Yeah, so if you want to, you can top stitch from the inside of your bag. So if you're not sure what your bobbin tension looks like, I would recommend turning it back. So the right side is in, and you can top stitch from the inside part of your bag. Yeah, I would definitely recommend doing it that way for people on flatbeds. It would be a lot easier. Your bobbin thread is not always as nice looking as your top thread. So depends on your machine and on your tension and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to sew my lining closed here. Beautiful. All right, where did I end my other stitching? Right here. I just am getting all those little extra threads. All right, so let's put our zipper pull on and our end cap, and we're done. Just a minute. Move my camera view out. There we go. All right, we're just doing a simple square zipper pull. All hardware that I've used is offered on my website. All the lining is Tulip Bee. Outside vinyl, plain black is Tulip Bee. The print is Love Lola. Yeah, I think that's it. That is all of the pieces. Let's see if that's on there straight. Looks pretty good. All right, so I probably just want to trim this down just a tiny bit. I like to do a little bit of an angle here. Melt it. And then, not sure. Let me see if these screws fit in these oval ones. I'm gonna have to go grab a different screw. I do not know. Oh yeah, we're good. We're gonna use that one. All right, we're gonna use my oval end caps, love. Okay. I'm like, do I have any glue? Where did my super glue go? I don't know where my super glue went. I'm gonna put, oh, sorry, a dab of glue in here. I just don't want it going anywhere. Okay. And I like to fold this down and down. Beautiful. And slide it in. Make sure you push it on all the way. Okay. All the way on. And then we're going to put the screw in. Bam, baby. We have ourselves a birthday present for Miss. Oh, what's your niece's name again? Tori? Jessica? What's your niece's name? Tori. I was right. Okay, Miss Tori. There we go. Let's put the handle on it. And handle. And I'll also give her a crossbody chain in case she wants us crossbody with it. All done. All right. Here she is. All done. Camera angle's not the best. That's okay. Seriously. Sometimes I think I need more room in here, which is insane. Yay! How about that, guys? AnnaBelle, all done. And there's, you know, the back slip pocket. So cute. So this is with This middle piece, when I had it cut, it was at 18, folded over, made a loop, and then connected with it. I think it's the perfect length. And yeah, that's it, guys. Yay! All done. Thanks for keeping me company. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. I will try and link everything that I used in this bag down below in the description, and anything we talked about in this video in the description. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.